Alrighty, bitey. What do we have? New brand gems and brand changes. In Path of Exile Harbest, we are introducing several new brand skills and one brand support. We've also reworked existing brands and reviewed how their mechanics work. Today's news covers what the changes to expect and provides a preview of new brand gems. Changes to brands. Brands were first introduced many leagues ago with Stormbrand and Armageddon brand. Brands are all cast on location and attached to nearby enemies, repeatedly activating to perform their unique effect. Thank you, I didn't know that yet. They detach if the enemy dies, ready to jump to another target. And we finally added some new brand skills. Arcanist brand, Penance brand, and Wintertide. These come alongside new options for how you can build and play brands, like the new Swift band support. These additions introduce a more aggressive, active playstyle. Arcanist brand is a new brand skill that also supports any triggerable spell linked with it. Each time the brand activates, it triggers a supported spell, allowing you to build your own brand setup, potentially even triggering multiple different spells in succession. As brand mechanics naturally have a great clearing capacity, the supported skills have less area, projectile range, and chain range. Okay. Triggered spells also have a damage penalty to balance their ability to activate multiple times. Triggered spells also deal more damage to the brand enemy. Brand portal. Oh my god. Yes. Absolutely. Projectiles will hit the branded enemy but will aim at another nearby enemy each activation, so they often take advantage of pierce, chain, and fork effects. That's kind of cool. Arcanist brand has a shorter duration than other brands, so isn't something you'd use on any build to passively trigger effects, but when building for brands, it can be very powerful. Like other brands, cast speed affects activation rate, so it benefits from most spellcast investment. Yeah. VD? No. Desecrate brand, and then you just spam VD. Yep. Got it wrong there, Mr. Scheider. Okay. Penance brand builds up energy on the branded target with each activation. Though at first the activations don't deal any damage, each activation also spreads energy to another enemy, and then that enemy can then spread it to another uncharged enemy the next activation, and so on. This means that with repeated activations it can rapidly spread through a group of enemies, energizing them all. I wonder how many, like, for how long this here included, like, you know, this means that with repeat activations it can rapidly spread through a group of enemies, and then you have brackets, just like, you know, wink wink, you know, until it was taken out. When the brand is removed, for example, by its duration expiring, being recalled, the target dying, or being replaced, all of the energy is released. This releases an explosion around each enemy, dealing physical damage with a portion current. I believe it's 50-50. I remember seeing it somewhere at some points. The more energy the enemy had on it, the greater the damage and area. You can pick and choose which mechanics to focus on to detonate your penance brands. If the brand enemy becomes fully energized, they'll start pulsing damage around them, so reaching full damage won't waste any damage. I wonder how long it takes to get fully energized, because if it doesn't take much time, then you slap it on a rare and then it kills all the shit behind, like, or near it, and, you know, or you could just like one shot the pack anyways. It's fine. You can shorten the duration of the brand to have them automatically go after a brief time, or use brand recall to force detonations. Wintertide brand applies gold damage over time to the branded enemy and chills them. Each activation, the brand's damage effect becomes more intense on the enemy. When the brand is removed, such as duration expires, recall, target dies, or replaced, the damage over time effect is released in an area. This affects both the branded enemy and all other enemies around them. This means that if the damage effect has grown in intensity through many activations, it could apply a very important damage over time effect in the area. Unlike other brands, Wintertide brand has a base limit of 2 brands per target. With the Runebinder Keystone, you could apply 3 Wintertide brands to a single target for massive cold damage over time. This means that your character build will be quite different from other cold damage over time skills, but the duration based nature of brands means you can easily cast a cold skill like Vortex, Cold Snap, or Arctic Breath in between refreshing your brand effects. See, this doesn't say anything about the brand hitting. It just says that it applies cold damage over time. There's no mention of it hitting. That's kind of interesting. I mean, if the damage values on this are high, then instead of having the Arctic Breath as the swap, so instead of swapping the 6-link Vortex to 5-link Vortex plus 5-link Arctic Breath, it might be, you know, 5-link Vortex plus 5-link Wintertide. I don't know. We need to see the numbers, right? I don't know. We need to see the numbers. Swift brand support. Yeah, we need to also know if hits. Yeah. Support grid lowers the active and inactive duration of a brand, but increases its activation rate. For a single brand being cast once, it's not as good as other supports, but if you're rapidly placing many brands, it's a huge damage increase. You can play a much more aggressive brand playstyle with the supports. With aggressive, I think they're talking about recasting them more often. It also works very well with Penance brands to rapidly detonate, as well as Armageddon brand to make most of its short cast time. Brand recall and brand mechanic adjustments. Brand recall still instantly moves your brands to you and activates them, but no longer refreshes the brand's duration. Ooh. Ooh. It now consumes mana based on the brands recalled. This prevents brands benefiting heavily from Archmage support without the same mana upkeep the support usually requires. We generally feel that if a common build has ongoing damage with very little input, it should deal below average damage or require massive investment. Certain brand builds that instantly refresh brand duration indefinitely provided too much power for their opportunity cost. Rather than lowering the damage of these builds, we've changed the mechanics that let the build be played passively. The cooldown of the brand recall has been lengthened, but we've also provided new avenues of investment so that you can still bring it down. Okay, I wonder if this is gonna be the skill tree nodes. As a small change to remove some of the more potential passive brands now return to their original or recalled location when dropped by monsters, rather than dropped at monster's location. Ugh. Well, this is pretty big oof. We've made many other changes like visual improvements to Armageddon brand. Ooh, no more eye cancer? Huh? Huh? Maybe this can be used as a EE skill for summoners now, I don't know. New brand passive cluster, tweaks to existing brand passives, and a crazy new unique weapon. We'll be revealing many of these as well as additions to Warcries and slams in the lead up. Okay. Okay, that boom is satisfying. Okay, Armageddon brand is much less eye counter now. It's hard to say if it hits because we don't see enemy health bars. God, fucking fireball, dude. Yeah, it definitely didn't look like it was hitting. Okay. Anything else we have? Anything else we have? Update description. Oh. Thanks. The harvest teasers begin. Here's one of our new unique items. Abhorrent interrogation. Evasion, yes. Hybrid increased evasion energy of cast attack and cast speed, chance to inflict withered for 2 seconds from hits. Enemies take 4% increased melee damage from hits from your hits for each withered you have inflicted. Hits cannot penetrate or ignore elemental resistances. Interesting. I'm a bit sad it's from hits. This sounds like they're trying to make you do Avatar of Fire, not Avatar of Fire, EE elemental hit. This is like what it feels. Where you're just changing the minus resist, and you hit, so you apply the wither, and then they increase daily damage. We have methods of interrogating the Inquisitors only dream of. Damn. That's some that's pretty interesting method you have. There's manifesto. If you're talking about the brand stuff, yeah, we just went over it. In case you missed it yesterday, here are timeless jewel keystones. Yep, agnostic there. Eternal youth. Yeah, so this is Scion life wheel. Scion life wheel is literally here. Damn, this is a really good spot. Supreme ego. is here on the that's ranger. I haven't seen many people use Supreme Ego. Maybe we'll see some more use for it now. With it being the skill tree, when there is no, you know, other OP notables that you take instead of this. Cleansing blows. It is between marauder and templar. And looks like it's not been nerfed. Then we have Wind Dancer. Where is this? It looks like it's here. It looks like it's here. Like somewhere here. Yeah. That's... Oh, it's literally right next to the life nodes. It's here. Yeah, Wind Dancer is in a really good spot for a lot of builds here. Damn. Damn, son. I'm tiny bit sad about these notables not existing in the jewels anymore. So in case, actually, we just let's go to the TGG tracker. So there's some, I think it was Bex who mentioned it. So this is what is this? Oh, this is the Arcanist. That's the brand stuff. Will Arcanist brand work with Whispering Eyes? Yes. Oh my god. Can these be found on by anyone or just the top 1%? They're on the tree. You don't need to find them. Oh my goodness, Bex. The person probably had a family. Why would you do that? I wonder if this is just a meme with the question, or oh no. What is this? Is there any kind of internal cooldown on how an Arcanist brand can trigger a spell? Has its own activation rate modified by cast speed. The cast speed of the skill itself is irrelevant, but Arcanist only triggers a single link spell each activation. Okay, makes sense. With those changes to how brands work as well as brand recall, that sounds like it's going to make brands feel so bad to play, especially them not dropping at monster speed anymore. I've really enjoyed them in the playtesting I've done, but it's worth trying them yourself to make up your own mind. Yep. I'm sure you enjoyed the melee reaper too. Oh. Asking now, don't forget to make collectors untargetable during fights. Oh, yeah, those. Have a small window to activate as many collectors as you like. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, so yeah, here, I think this was it. Is there any new keystones that are not from timeless jewels? Yes. Will existing jewels in standard be converted or to giving the new keystone or still keep the old one? They still have the old one, but will only roll new possibilities when you use Divine Orb. So this here means that the existing keystones from Legion jewels are gonna be gone. Which I'm actually very sad about. Not necessarily because it bricks my builds, my trickster builds, because it doesn't. For this build, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we get 1 point duel. That's totally fine. For the ED, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 point duel, 2 point duel, Fate and Steel for 2 points, which is 15% ES. So all resist. It's fine. More than fine. But there are builds that are like here and like really can't get here, and they would like to get that maybe from here or maybe from some builds from here to take on the chaos inoculation. There's so many builds that really can't go here for the cleansing blows, but other like would like to get it. So I'm a bit sad. It takes away a lot of. It takes away a lot of customization that we had currently already. So I think we're going backwards with that. But yeah, we'll see. It's also I'm gonna say though, it's gonna enable a lot of builds that you couldn't do before, like cleansing blows and eternal youth, or cleansing blow, and then the mana thing here. I don't remember the one that it's called. You can anoint it. No, you can't anoint keystones. You can only anoint notables. I really wonder where the Sibagwa one is gonna be. You know, the 50% of any damage taken as chaos, and then it gives you max chaos resist. I'm expecting it to be. I mean, it looks like all of the notables. The notables are like somewhere in the middle. So from the places we haven't seen yet, it could be here or it could be here. This would make kinda sense because we have a chaos resist here in this area, and a lot of chaos damage in general. But yeah, I think it's gonna be here, somewhere here. But we'll see. What's next? I'm sending a free copy? Yo. Free stuff? Free buckets? Without giving too much away, it's just been Oh! Oh, this is a prediction! This man or woman has won. This right here. You can still get Orb of Delirium from Delirium content. Oh, so we're not getting Orb of Delirium from anywhere else except the Delirium content? That's a bit yikes. I really, 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 really wish they would make them consider the Atlas. Oh, I don't have the thing here, but you know the Atlas currency that you have an extra chance to get when you have like awakening levels. That would have been really cool. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh wait, no, we had some Mark and Viper comments. Oof. This last bit about branch dropping at their original location is nasty. I can't imagine branch will have a good clear anymore unless you have something like 300 increased attachment range. That was my reaction to the first hearing about the change. Do you playing branch builds internally? I literally didn't even realize it was there. I mean, if it's unnoticeable, why change it in the first place? The point of the change is to reduce the frequency with which your brands kill off-screen enemies. That is something you generally don't notice because you can see it for control. That is going to be the mirror up. Yep, okay. I believe Viper. And then we go Mark. Man, there's a few actually here. So it starts here. Archmage support can't apply the triggered skill, so can't apply spells triggered by Arcanist. Oh. Oh. Huh. That's a bit sad. That you can't put Archmage into the Arcanist brands. I think that's a big F. I mean, I guess from balance wise it makes sense, but I think it's a bit F. Oh yeah, this is about the Blade Vortex. So if you have a Blade Vortex in the brand, it casts the Blade Vortex at you. Brand and mines are entirely different. Mines are entirely different from you that are allowed. Yeah, I assume this is about the Blade Vortex or something. Yeah. Yep. Arcanist brand has a modifier that explicitly overrides where the triggered spells are considered to originate. This works very similar to Astra Projectile, but it's not limited to affecting Nova spells. Note that this is only changing the location the spells are considered to originate from. That has no effect on spells doing things to the caster, only doing things at or from caster's location. Triggering Blood Rage with the brand skill will still add a buff to you, Flame Dust will still teleport you, Dark Pact will still sacrifice your life. That's a bit sad. I was hoping that we could use the Dark Pact to... I mean, wait, I wonder what happens if you have the Dark Pact in a brand and then you cast Skeletons. Will it still take life from you instead of just chain between the skellies? Or does it like take the one that's closer? Nice. What else do we have here? Being triggered in a certain way does not change what type of skill something is. Oh yeah, guys, remember? You guys remember when you could have stuff like summon Fanta summon kill on like Leap Slam, and then because of that you could link it with minion speed, and then the Leap Slam would gain the minion attack speed if you had the attack speed node in the skill tree. So it's interesting because Mark himself at some point long time ago said that when something does something, so if a skill summons minions, it's a minion skill. So we were technically summoning minions using a Leap Slam, right? So it was considered a minion skill when you linked it with that, but that was a bug, and they fixed it. So yeah. Modifiers specifically damage. Critical strike chance and crit multi of brand skills have all been changed to instead affect brand damage or brand crit strikes, which are new keywords defined as damage, crit strike chance, or brand skills. Okay, that's kind of nice. So the damage and crit chance multipliers specifically there has been something that can apply to spells triggered by Arcanist brand. Any other modifiers which still refer to brand skills will continue to only affect brand skills. Not sure if I like that personally, but we'll see how much of that we have. Like it's gonna happen. No useful interaction here. What is he talking about? Oh, that's more about the play vortex. Again, more blade vortex. Projectiles do not shotgun, so with the LMP in there, one of the fireballs will hit and explode on the brand enemy. The other two will be unable to collide with that enemy and will continue through to hit other things. Piercer chains are definitely good things. They have projectiles used this way. It's a bit weird that didn't mention the potential overlap of area effect if the enemy is very close to, say, a wall where the AoE of the explosion from the fireball allows you to shotgun it, or if there's other enemies nearby that allows the same. No. For what? The organic brand at the brand. Oh, okay. This is about the is this Tarky? Goddamn, Tarky? Somebody call Tarky. This is all his fault. Does Arcanist brand add the brand attack to a spell that it supports? Something adding a tag is all Tarky's fault. Because long time ago, when Matthew was playing Burning Arrow, there was a threshold jewel that added a duration portion to the Burning Arrow, allowing it to be scaled with less duration. Now you can do it whatever, but before the chains, you could, by adding adding a, what's the word? Portion isn't exactly a right word here. You added a, help me chat. It would do the same with Righteous Fire using Arcane Surge. Component, yeah, component is a good word, yeah. You added a component to a skill that then allowed it to be scaled with stuff that, for example, we can look at Swift Affliction here. Where are you? Wait, I don't have. Oh yeah, because I dropped it. Do I have? Yeah, so here supports any skill that has a duration or can hit enemies to inflict ailment on them. So Righteous Fire doesn't have a duration, but when you link Righteous Fire with Arcane Surge, now you have a duration component on the skill, and now the support works. So you could do the same with the Threshold Jewel. And Tarky, our boy Tarky, used the phrase, it adds duration tag to the skill. And this is a remnant of that. Now, you might be asking, does it matter? Yes. The reason why tags matter is tags are stuff that allow you to scale them for stuff like +1 level of Socrates AoE gems. Now, we might have a skill that doesn't have the AoE tag, but we can add area to it, so we can add AoE to it with stuff like melee splash, for example. Now, if it added the AoE tag to the skill, or the skill gem rather, that gives us the skill, the +1 level would affect it, but because the skill gem itself doesn't have the tag, and you cannot add or remove any tags from a skill gem, it doesn't apply. So this is very important, very cool thing about some wall skills. For example, Arc doesn't have a duration tag, but Wall Arc does. And because Wall Arc gives you also the Arc skill, when you have a modifier shot, like a corrupted modifier, like corrupted implicit on close, for example, for +2 level of socketed duration gems. If you put Val arc there, that's also +2 levels for your arc. But if you just put a normal arc gem in there, it wouldn't do anything because the arc skill gem doesn't have a duration tag, but Val arc skill gem does. Same goes for Val Righteous Fire. Example. Isn't this game cool? Anything else? New brand gems are maybe a stupid question, but will damage to be reflected to players whose spells hit trigger bargains brand? Yep, just like any other thing. Yep. So it's under of the leap slot. Yes. Okay, I think that's all we had for today. Today's news. Some interesting stuff, some pretty oof stuff, and then yeah, some a little lesson of history and I guess mechanics of the game. See you guys on the next one.